the storehouse went with him. And after a few years, a few generations, all this knowledge had mainly disappeared from the earth. And when Lord Chaitanya appeared, it was almost all gone. There were only a handful of pure devotees in the world. So when Lord Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda appeared in Bengal 500 years ago, it's described that they broke open this storehouse of love of God. And they plundered the contents. And they distributed them freely to everybody. Just like Krishna and Balaram distributing the butter to the monkeys. Breaking into the storehouse and breaking the pots and throwing it everywhere. They can do that. That's their special position. That's why it's said that these two incarnations of Godhead, Karuna, Parama Karuna, Pahundu Ijana, Nitai Goda Chandra. This is another song. We should sing that song one of these days. Sabha Avatara Sarashiromani. These two incarnations are giving the most merciful benediction of any incarnations, of any of the appearances of the Lord. Because they're simply giving the essence. They're not giving like the whole Vedic path in all its details. They're simply giving the conclusion, the essence, the goal. And they're giving very freely, very liberally to everyone. So they're called Sara Shiromani. This is the essence of the mercy of the Vedas, the essence of all knowledge. So Lord Nityananda, his mercy is described as causeless mercy, because we do not deserve it. We're all in a fallen condition in this material world. We have so many nasty activities and, past sins and everything. That's why we're here. But Lord Nityananda, he doesn't care. He distributes this mercy to everyone. Therefore, we have a chance. And our chance is that we have to grab on Lord Nityananda's lotus feet. Vishayacharya kabe shuddha habe mana. Kabe hama herabo Shri Vrindavana. When my mind is completely purified, being freed from material anxieties and desires, then I shall be able to understand Vrindavan and the conjugal love of Radha and Krishna. And then my spiritual life will be successful. So we can't understand Radha and Krishna as long as our mind is polluted by material conception of life. Material conception means basically the bodily conception of life, the bodily idea of our identity. I am this body, I am this piece of meat. Now, that's not very nice. That's actually like animal life. See, animals, they are convinced that, I am a dog, I am a cat, I am a snake, I'm this, I'm that. So you can't teach them otherwise. A monkey will always behave like a monkey. You can't, Prabhupada said, he used to give this example. If you take a dog and dress him up as a king, you can put him on the throne and put the crown, and everyone can bow down and offer all kinds of worship. But as soon as you throw a bone, then immediately the dog will run after it. He can't change his behavior. So we have many kings like that now. But this is Kali Yuga, so what can you expect? People get the leadership that they deserve. There's perfect justice in God's world. But if we give up that behavior and we take on the qualification of a devotee, and what is the qualification of a devotee? That person who, when seen, reminds one of Krishna. That's a devotee. A devotee is always chanting the holy name. So when someone sees a devotee, they think of Krishna. Because the devotees go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. See? So when we become like that, and we have no more desire to hide our real identity, and like that, then we can taste this love. This pure love, this concentrated essence of love that is only known by the residents of Vrindavan. That's what Lord Chaitanya appeared to give. He came into this world and broke open the storehouse of love of God. So how can we understand this? All these elevated subjects? Rupa Raghunatha Pade Hoibe Akuti Kabe Hama Bujhabose Jugalapiriti. When shall I be very much eager to study the books left by the 6 Goswamis? One has to learn of the conjugal loving affairs of Radha Krishna through the teachings of these 6 Goswamis. The 6 Goswamis he's referring to are Rupa, Sanatan, Raghunath Bhatt, Raghunath Das, Jiva, and Gopal Bhatt Goswamis. And these are the 6 principal disciples of Lord Chaitanya. And they lived in Vrindavan. They performed such nice devotional service at such a high level of austerity, a high level of knowledge, a high level of understanding, that they were able to actually record and propagate the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya only wrote 6 verses. It's called, 8 verses, Shikshashtaka. And his 8 verses, of course, are the condensed essence of all knowledge. But only a very elevated soul can understand them as they are. They have to be expanded, they have to be explained. Most of us require quite a bit of explanation before we can even begin to understand the verses of Lord Chaitanya. Because Lord Chaitanya, he was writing from the highest platform of love of Godhead, Mahabhava. The Mahabhava is only experienced or displayed in Srimati Radharani and her immediate associates. So Mahabhava, this is very, very high. And it takes a great deal of background knowledge to understand it. Like right now we're going through Nectar of Devotion. Nectar of Devotion is by Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami was instructed directly, personally, by Lord Chaitanya for 7 days continuously at Prayag, Allahabad. And so after instructing him, Lord Chaitanya said, now expand this knowledge. Now, can you imagine sitting with Lord Chaitanya for 7 continuous days, and he's like in all these ecstatic transformations and giving all this incredible high-level knowledge. Rupa Goswami was just like, oh man, how am I going to do that? I'm just a poor jiva soul. I can't even remember half of what you said. He said, so he fell down at the Lord's feet and he said, if you really want me to write all these books, you have to give me the benediction that this knowledge, this teaching that you just gave me will become awake, will become alive in my mind. And that I will be able to write these books. Otherwise, I have no hope of even understanding the thing that you said. And so Lord Chaitanya blessed him. He said that all this knowledge that I've imparted unto you, that this will become alive in you. It will become real within you. In other words, you will attain complete realization of all these things. And you will be able to see Vrindavan. So you can write about the pastimes of Vrindavan, not from theory, not from conjecture, not from speculation, but from direct vision and participation. See, this is the highest platform of spiritual knowledge. And Lord Chaitanya specifically blessed Rupa Goswami to have this. So Rupa Goswami and his brother Sanatan Goswami and the rest of the 6 Goswamis wrote hundreds of books. Only a handful have been translated into Western languages. This is because they're so high, they're so difficult, that it's very, very rare to find a scholar who is advanced enough to translate them properly. Just like we found going through Prabhupada's Nectar of Devotion, there are so many editorial mistakes. So we don't really have the level of knowledge yet to be able to translate and also understand these books. If you read these books, I mean, they're just fantastic. Please don't cross your arms in front of the deities. Yeah, thank you. Sit properly. Yeah. And then finally he says, Rupa Raghunatha Pade Rahu Mora Asha Prartana Koroye Sada Narottam Das. Narottam Das always wishes to understand this conjugal love under the direction of the 6 Goswamis. We cannot understand this conjugal love of Krishna